when did we meet? We met in 2016. I don't know, I'm lucky. At our mutual friend Nick Meyer's house. He had invited all of us over to kind of celebrate the end of the semester. I knew Nick because he was in like my sorority's like fraternity that we always did things with. And then we also had a class together. And then he invited me over. And Nate was there.
So Jill and I first met, as she said, at our buddy Nick's house. I kind of had got the word on Jill, the down low, from Nick. He was just saying that there was this really pretty girl and that she was single and that he thought that I would really get along with her well. So right from then I was pretty intrigued, and then once I first saw Jill, it was hands down, I was really impressed with her.
A caveat though, like when we first met, when we first started like dating or really talking, I tell Nate this all the time, like if it wasn't for like our friend Ben Nahara, I wouldn't have actually started talking to Nate, because I didn't know him. And so that's the caveat. So it was like 3 months later in like March, we all were at like the bars, and it was like some costume theme night. And so like I went to the bars with like some of my friends, and then Nate wasn't there. I don't know what you're doing. He just decided not to go that night. But then I was about to leave the bar, and I was like, I'm gonna go home. And so I was like, told my friend Ben Hara, because he was there at the bars, and he was like, so are you gonna get with Nate? Like, you guys have really good chemistry, you get along really well. And I was like, no, like, I don't think that he's like a good guy. Like, he's always with all these girls. Like, I just don't think that it's gonna work. And so because of Ben knows Nate, so I think they went to high school together. He was like, no, Nate's actually a really good guy. Like, if you like want to get serious with somebody, or if you want to date somebody, Nate would be the guy that you would want to like date. And I was like, really? How do you know? Ben was like, he comes from a really great family. Like, I know his dad really well. His dad's really nice. His mom's really nice. Like, just like, if I hadn't had that conversation, I really wouldn't have like started talking to Nate, because after that conversation with Ben, I was like, well, maybe Nate's not such like a player, or like anyways. And so then after that night, I went and I texted him. I was like, okay, like maybe I'll give it a chance. Do you remember?
Yeah, so some of the first memories I have with Jill and us together, we would just go out to eat, go get drinks, partying and dancing.
Partying? The devil's water.
Stop, Jill. Yeah, so some of the first times that I was with Jill were very memorable. I still reference the times that we've gone out to eat and hung out together in different places, and some of the first walks that we've ever been on together, and we've just really connected.
So Nate used to have night class on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I don't know what day it was. It was like an anatomy lab or something. And so I would always wait for him to get out of class, and we would go to Taco John's and get the 6-pack in a pound. And like literally every single Tuesday night after Nate's night class, we'd be like, he'd come and pick me up, and we'd go and get Taco John's and just like pig out on this like 6-pack in a pound. Like, disgusting. I could never eat that today. Like, never again. But every single Tuesday, that's what we did. And that was pretty cool. Do you remember that? Remember the time we were in your truck and then you like farted and told me to get in your truck right away? You like farted and you're like, get in my truck now! And I was like, why? And then later, Nate was like, oh, I farted. That's why I wanted you to get out of my truck.
Yeah. Well, I knew that I wanted to be with Jill the rest of my life. Pretty shortly after I first met her, I was blown away by her personality. Everything about her just said, yes, you need to be with her for the rest of your life. Really, I just was immediately attracted to her personality, her beauty. Just her personality, her spunk, as you guys all know. Jill's quick-witted, and I really enjoyed that. On that first trip that we were together, I just knew that she was different. I've never met anyone like that, anyone that could match my personality, trash talk with me about each other, just really connect and vibe. And I knew from then on that this was something very special, something I have to hold on to.
I think there was like a couple of times actually that I thought that I could spend the rest of my life with Nate. I think when he was getting ready to go off to pharmacy school in Wyoming, I was living in Kearney, and we'd only been dating for like 2.5 to 3 months. And he was talking about like finding an apartment, kind of getting his life organized to move to Laramie for pharmacy school. And it really set in when he was like, oh, I found an apartment, like I know I'm gonna live in Laramie. And it really set in that I was like, oh, like I won't see Nate every single day, like we won't hang out that much because he'll be moving away like 500 miles. And I really was like, I really want to be with him more than just the time that we've had together. And then also once I did decide to move to Laramie with him, we would go on lots of hikes together. And like at the top of the mountain when you could like look out and see everything, and I'd be like standing there with Nate, I'd be like, this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. Like we're at the top of this mountain, like it's so pretty, like we've come so far, we moved to Laramie together, like we're hiking together, like we've found a new hobby together. And I've never really had like a hobby with somebody, but like hiking definitely is our hobby now. And like that was one of the moments too. So I think those 2 moments.
So Jill does this thing with our cats where she will pick them up and she dances with them with her little paws, and it's just super hilarious. She does a voiceover for the cats, and I just die laughing every single time she does it.
So when Nate like goes to the bathroom and he's in like a good mood, he will like sing to himself while he's on the toilet, and everybody can hear. The whole house can hear. I know I'm the only one in this house, but he'll just be singing in the bathroom while he's in the bathroom, and it's just so funny.
Leading up to the proposal, there was actually a lot of thought and preparedness. I don't even know if that's a word. I needed to prepare myself for this to go down. I wanted everything to be perfect, and I had some suggested things that I should and should not do in regards to an engagement ring. So I spent quite a bit of time looking for the right band and the setting and diamond for that, because I wanted it to be very special because Jill is extremely special to me. So I just want everything to be right. So I did spend a lot of time searching for that. So a funny aspect and a little side story to the engagement ring was I purchased the set in Nebraska and had it shipped out to here to Wyoming, and Jill actually signed for her engagement ring in the mailing package, but she had no idea what it was. She texted me and said, "What did you order? What did you buy?" And I made up this elaborate thing that I had bought a cruise control switch for my motorcycle, and she just like accepted the lie that I gave her and went on with it. But that was pretty funny that she had actually held her engagement ring before I did. And leading up to the engagement, I was planning and figuring out what a good time would be. After my second year of pharmacy school, we were leading into a few planned trips that we had, and one was going to be in Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri with Jill's family. And Branson is a really special place for their family, and I thought, wow, this would be a great time to make even more memories there for their family. And so I had the engagement ring. I had it hidden in one of my safes for probably 3 or 4 months, always hiding it from Jill. And then finally the trip came about, and I had told my parents, asked them what they thought if that would be a good time or what their input was. And I talked to Ben and was asking him about what he thought would be good. So I had a little bit of help with brainstorming. And then we were on our trip. Jill and I made the trek out to there driving. We had a little road trip. We met Jill's mother, Connie, her sister, Amanda, and her brother, Danny, out there. And the first night, Jill had went upstairs in the Airbnb we were staying at, and I quickly ran down and showed Connie and Amanda the ring and said, this is going to be the weekend that we do it. So, I mean, just sometime I would like to do this, so if we can organize a day to get it going, that would be great. And so everyone was really excited. Everybody knew this secret that I was gonna ask Jill to marry me on this trip, and Jill had no idea. The actual day, we had planned to go on a hike around in the scenic areas of Branson, and I come downstairs like dressed in a polo and some shorts, and Jill was just convinced that I was wearing the wrong thing and was asking me all these questions on why I was wearing these nicer clothes if all we were going to do was go out in the sweaty, muggy heat and do this adventure walk. So I was just like, it's just what I wanted to wear today. You look great, it's fine, let's just go. And then convinced her to finally leave the house with what I was wearing was okay. She was commenting on her sister and mother's attire while they were dressed up, and Jill was just in some like athletic clothes ready to go on a hike. And then where I actually did it was in this beautiful like canyon ravine, and totally just shocked Jill with the question. She was pretty shocked and just disbelief of what was going on, and she said yes, and that was really special.
No, I did think that was really strange that we were going on this hike, and everybody was like dressed nicely, because when you go on a hike you don't wear nice clothes. I thought maybe like we weren't gonna go on a hike then. I was like, well, so then when we got to this place, I was like, well, why do we not go on a hike? Because all of you aren't dressed to go on a hike. I don't know, I guess I just thought that once we got there, everybody would change their mind and we wouldn't be going on a hike, or that we'd like go eat somewhere nice. I don't know. And then I was like, well, I don't want to be like underdressed if we're gonna go somewhere and eat, or like go, I don't know, on a tour or something. So no, I didn't know. But I knew Nate was gonna treat me. The whole 3 months.
Shady.
He's like really protective of this, like of his safe. He's like, every time I would like go near it, he would be like, oh my gosh, and I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna walk by the safe. Like, what's really in there? I don't know. I thought like he knew about like a gun that he didn't want to tell me about or something, because he was trying to buy all these guns without my knowledge. I'm like, look at your gun. Hi Nate. I'm so excited for our future together. I love our mini family with all of our mini pets that we have. I'm looking forward to you graduating pharmacy school. I'm excited for both of us to be happy in our careers that we've chosen. I know I'm pretty happy in mine, and I can't wait for you to join the workforce and see what it's all about and not be in that student mode for the rest of your life. I'm looking forward to hopefully maybe one day building a family, having lots of fun and laughter, and going on all of our many adventures. I know traveling is something that we really both like to do, so I'm looking forward to taking lots of trips, experiencing the world together, getting to know each other on a deeper and a more different level than we ever have before, because now we get to spend the rest of our lives together. And I can't wait to just see where life takes us. I know a couple of years ago, when we first started dating, we always talk about like, can you imagine where we're at right now? we never would have imagined, you know, 3 years ago that we would be where we are at today. And I hope that we get that same feeling in the next 3 years to say, wow, you know, 3 years ago we didn't know that this is where we could be right now. But I'm definitely looking forward to more happiness with you and just making more memories.
Hey Jill, we've been in a relationship for going on 3 years now. It has been a tremendous ride with you. Just all the heart that you have put into it and all the patience you have had with me. Thank you so much for it. You've been by my side through everything the last 3 years. You've seen me at my lowest, you've seen me at my highest, and I can't wait to continue life with you. I can't wait to grow our family together. I can't wait to accomplish our goals that we've set forward, potentially building a house together. We have a gorgeous home right now, and I can't wait to fill it with children with you. I can't wait to have holidays with you here. I can't wait to experience more life with you, adventures of trips, of traveling. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to grow spiritually with you in our faith. And you have given me so much strength just to get through pharmacy school and other aspects of life. So I am just hands down so happy to continue this with you, of our journey and our life and our marriage. Thank you so much.